Hi everyone, I'm Nicholas Tutora. Welcome to a weekend edition of Tutora Time. Joe Biden and other world leaders had a virtual summit to discuss what they can do to deal with climate change. And it didn't give me much faith in anything. First off, it was filled with technical glitches, echoes, misconnections.
Your Excellencies, distinguished leaders, and esteemed colleagues from around the world. Welcome to this historic Leaders Summit on climate. I want to thank you for being here and for your leadership.
Folks, if these people can't even manage a Zoom call, do we really trust them to save the planet? And also, Joe Biden during this call was wearing a mask the entire time.
Уважаемый господин президент, вчера у меня было обращение к Федеральному собранию Российской Федерации ежегодное и в числе важнейших в контексте социально-экономического развития страны.
Why would he be wearing a mask? He's sitting in the White House with nobody near him and he's on a Zoom call. Does Joe think that COVID could be passed through a Zoom call? Is this the intelligence of the people that we're trusting to save the planet? Truthfully, these global summits on climate change and other non-issues are just one big self-congratulatory party. It's like an after party where everybody just stands around congratulating each other.
People say to me, Steve, you're a Hollywood actor. You must be so separated from the world. How do you keep in touch with ordinary life? Well, it is possible, and it can be done. Like the other day, I was having dinner at my house with Mel, Julia, Tom, and Gwyneth. And then Tom said to Gwyneth that he loved Shakespeare in Love, and then Gwyneth said to Tom that she loved Castaway, and then Julia said to Mel that she loved What Women Want, and Mel said to Julia that he loved Erin Brockovich, and then it was late and they all went home.
Joe Biden is going to save the planet? Really? They don't even know how to control immigrants coming across the border. They can't even slow the rising crime rates in inner cities. You know, it's funny, when Kamala Harris started talking, she refers to the usual hurricanes and heat waves and extreme weather patterns.
Here in the United States, the storms hitting our Gulf Coast are worst every year. The wildfires in my home state of California have grown in intensity. Western Europe, where heat waves have made it very difficult to stay indoors, or the Pacific Islands, where rising sea levels threaten to encroach on the land and homes of lifelong residents. Or in Central America, where two major hurricanes devastated entire communities.
Seems to me people have been referring to extreme weather patterns as the sign of anything they want it to be going back millennia. There's increased hurricanes. That means the end of the world is near. The weather is changing violently, just like Nostradamus predicted. There's always some kind of prediction tied to normal weather patterns. And now it's climate change. Anytime there's a hurricane, anytime there's a heat wave, anytime there's anything that has to do with Earth's environment, it's a sign that climate change is right around the corner. How can we trust Joe Biden to lead us out of anything when he doesn't even understand that he doesn't need to wear a mask on a Zoom call? Joe, you have no chance of spreading the infection. Vladimir Putin seemed really annoyed with the whole thing.
The floor is now to the President of the Russian Federation, Mr. Vladimir Putin. Mr. President.
And it was quite discouraging to see all these other countries taking center stage. These global conferences that they have on climate change are nothing more than an excuse for a bunch of people to get together and yabber on about nothing and virtue signal to the rest of us. They're not going to handle any climate disaster. It's all for the PR. It's all for the promotion. It's all to make you believe that there's something that you have to live in fear of, and because of it, you have to hand the government more power. Don't fall for the hypocrisy, folks. Go and live your life as a free person and think for yourself. I'm Nicholas Tutora. I'll talk to you again soon on Tutora Time.